The first major part of marketing, honestly, is your brand. I think everybody knows this. And I think a lot of you spend a lot of time on your brand and because it's very visual, especially if you are a designer or in a design field. But one thing that I learned a long time ago that I heard I thought was amazing from a marketing guy was that you can't sell something that you're not passionate about, that you don't understand, and that you can't explain. So there is a big part of your brand that is words. And I think a great way to really understand your brand is to go back to your business plan. If you don't have a business plan, I highly recommend that you do this. It is such a good exercise. The business plan is really for you. It's really for you to understand and know, who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're going to do it. And I think you end up using a lot of marketing content from your business plan, a lot of the verbiage, a lot of the text in there. So I think it's really important. Okay, so number one is your brand. So number two, I would say that's your network. That's networking. We often think of networking as going to events, and a lot of those events are with like-minded people in the industry. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I think it's a wonderful thing, especially if you're a solopreneur or a small business, to go to those events because you can learn something, you can meet referral partners, but you are not meeting potential clients at those events. So keep that in mind. If you're constantly going to events where there are just partners, those people are not necessarily going to refer you to clients. So I want you to think about how can you go where your clients are, um, what neighborhoods, what neighborhood events, what social events, what school events, charity events. Go to where your potential clients are going to be and start making connections in those areas. I think that's really important if you want to keep your pipeline full. Okay, and the last area of marketing is going to be your content. I think it's so important to really be strategic with your content. The whole point of your content is for people to see you, to learn about you, who you are, what your expertise is. I think there's nothing wrong with showing pictures and there's nothing wrong with showing people what you're up to. But if you have one moment of that person's time, what do you want that person on the other end, hopefully an ideal client, what do you want them to know about you? What do you want them to see about you or about your work?